90 minutes are gone. The board goes up, and it reads 4 added minutes. Germany are level with Ivory Coast, 1 apiece, in a World Cup group stage they were supposed to walk through. For 8 years, this country has been haunted by a single word: humiliation. 2 World Cups, 2 group stage exits, the most decorated football nation on earth, packing its bags before the knockouts even began. And now the ball is loose in the 94th minute. What happens next will not just decide a game. The 94th minute is about to tell us who this Germany really is. To understand what that minute meant, you have to understand the weight pressing down on it. This is Germany, 4 World Cup titles. The team that lifted the trophy in 2014 with a brand of football the whole world tried to copy. For decades, betting against Germany at a World Cup was a way to lose money. They were the machine, the standard, the team that always, somehow, found a way. And then, almost overnight, the machine broke. The most reliable name in the sport became a cautionary tale. The fall was not slow, it was a collapse. Russia, 2018. The defending champions arrive as favourites and leave as a punchline. In their final group game, Germany need a win against South Korea to survive. Instead, deep in stoppage time, they concede. Then they concede again. Final score, 2-0 to Korea. Germany are out in the group stage of a World Cup for the first time since 1938. 80 years, players sink to the turf. A nation stares at its screens in disbelief. This was not supposed to be possible. The champions did not stumble. They were eliminated, embarrassed, and sent home before the tournament truly began. Surely it was a one-off. A bad week. A glitch. Then came Qatar 2022, and the glitch became a pattern. Germany opened their tournament against Japan, take the lead, and look comfortable. And then it unravels all over again. Japan scored twice in the second half. The favourites lose their opening game, and the damage done that day follows them out of the group once more. 2 World Cups in a row, gone before the knockouts. The fear was no longer that Germany might lose. The fear was that Germany had forgotten how to win when it mattered most. Do the math, and it lands like a hammer. The last time Germany won a knockout match at a World Cup, it was 2014, the night they were crowned champions. Since then, nothing. 12 years. A generation of players came and went without tasting a single knockout victory on football's biggest stage. For a country that measures itself in finals and trophies, that number is not a statistic. It is a wound. Every tournament since has carried the same quiet, gnawing question. Are the German giants gone for good? Or is this just a long, dark intermission before the comeback? Enter Julian Nagelsmann, young, intense, and handed the most pressurized job in German football. Rebuild the giant before another World Cup turns into another funeral. He scrapped the old certainties and bet on a new generation. Musiala, Havertz, Schlotterbeck. Names with talent to burn and almost no scar tissue from the disasters that came before. The brief was brutal in its simplicity. Get out of the group, win a knockout game, end the humiliation. And so Germany arrived at 2026 in Group E, carrying a continent's hope and a decade of doubt in the very same suitcase. Game 1. And the football gods served up the strangest opponent imaginable, Curaçao, a Caribbean island with a population under 160,000. The smallest nation ever to reach a World Cup. A team that, against all logic and against all odds, had punched its way onto the same pitch as 4-time world champions. It was a fairy tale meeting the machine. For Germany, there was no glory in winning. Only the danger of one more banana skin, one more chapter in the book of unthinkable embarrassments. The whole world watched, half expecting another twist. There was no twist, there was a storm. Nemeka struck after just 6 minutes. Schlotterbeck powered one in before the half hour. Havertz buried a penalty in first half stoppage time, and Germany went to the break 3 goals to the good. Then they kept coming. Musiala, Brown, Undav, Havertz again. By the final whistle, it read 7 goals to 1, the kind of demolition that felt like a release valve for an entire nation. Curaçao did snatch a goal of their own, their first ever at a World Cup, a moment of pure history for the island. But the message from Germany was unmistakable. And here is where the story gets dangerous. Because 7-1 is intoxicating, the headlines wrote themselves. Germany are back, the machine is rebuilt, the giants have woken up. But hammering the smallest country at the tournament tells you almost nothing about whether you can survive a real fight. Beating a fairy tale is not the same as beating a team that wants to hurt you. The doubts did not vanish under those 7 goals. They simply went quiet, waiting for an opponent with the muscle and the menace to ask Germany the only question that has mattered for 8 long years. That opponent had a name, Ivory Coast. Powerful, physical, fearless. Africa's golden generation with nothing to lose and everything to prove against a wounded superpower. Win this, and Germany clinched their place atop the group. Slip, and the old ghosts come flooding straight back. This was the game the whole tournament had been waiting to see. Not a coronation against an island, a genuine test against genuine danger. Kickoff arrives, and you can feel it in the air. This is the one. This is where we finally find out if Germany have actually changed, or only changed their opponent. And then, the nightmare flashback. 30th minute, Ivory Coast break, the ball falls to Frank Kessie, and he strikes it clean. 1-0. The stadium freezes. Germany are losing, trailing to an African side in a game they cannot afford to lose, and suddenly every single one of those old scars is screaming. Korea, Japan, 12 years of failure pressing down all at once. You could see it ripple through the German shirts. Here it comes again. The collapse, the exit, the humiliation, written one more time. For a few long minutes, it really did look like history was about to repeat itself. Now be honest about what this was. This was not the machine. This was not 7-1. This was Germany rattled, second best, staring down the barrel of the exact disaster that has defined them. Watching back, the analysts did not see dominance. ESPN called it clinical finishing in the final stages rather than sustained superiority. CBS said Germany were on upset alert. That is the truth of this night. Not a giant flexing its muscles, but a giant on the ropes. And that is the real question buried in this comeback. Is this genuine resurrection? Or just a team one lucky moment away from another humiliation? And this is the moment a manager either freezes or rolls the dice. Around the hour mark, Nagelsmann emptied his bench. A triple substitution. Amiri, Llewellyn and Deniz Undav all thrown on at once. A complete reshape of the team while it was still drowning. It was bold to the point of reckless. And it worked. Almost instantly the rhythm shifted. Germany surged forward with fresh legs and fresh nerve. In the 68th minute, it finally broke. Undav, the super sub, swept the ball home, 1-1. The relief was electric, but level was not enough. Germany did not just need to survive, they needed to win. Which brings us back to where we started. 90 minutes gone. 4 added on. 1-1. The whole 8-year story compressed into a few frantic seconds. Germany pour forward one final time. The ball drops to Deniz Undav inside the box, the same substitute who had already dragged them level. And in the 94th minute, he does it again. He scores. 2-1. The bench explodes. The substitute who should not have been on the pitch wins the game that Germany could not afford to lose. The 94th minute had its answer. Not a collapse. For once, a rescue. So what does it actually mean? On paper, it is everything they came for. The win clinched their place, it put them top of the group, and it ended the 12-year wait by carrying Germany into the knockout rounds for the first time since they were champions. The ghosts of Korea and Japan were at last answered. But be honest, this was a rescue, not a statement. They were outplayed for long stretches and saved by a 4th minute of stoppage time. A resurrection began that night. Whether it holds is another matter entirely, because surviving a scare is not the same as proving you are back. Here is the truth Germany cannot escape. A team that wins by hammering the smallest nation and then scraping past the next one is a team living on a knife's edge. The 94th minute told us who this Germany is. Not the unstoppable machine of 2014, but something rawer, more fragile and far more human. A giant learning to fight again, one terrifying minute at a time. The resurrection is real, it is also unfinished, and the only question left is the one every great comeback story turns on. Was the 94th minute the night Germany came back to life? Or the night they got lucky one last time?